Hey there, true believers. This is a long video, as you can probably see. I just wanted to put every single comic dub I'd ever done into a single place for you to find and enjoy at your leisure. If you wanted a sleep aid or something like that, this is the place for you. From the best comic dubs to the really not good ones from last year. Trust me, you're gonna hit a point about halfway through this thing where it just gets bad. But without further ado, please enjoy. Web cartridges, huh? So, I take it that's just your black costume then? And not the symbiote? Yeah. Hey, how'd you know about my symbiote? I had one for a while too. I picked it up during The Secret Wars. Man, small multiverse, huh? So, you a Peter Parker too? Yeah, well, the Peter Parker, sure. Huh. I guess we all think we're the Peter Parker. Nah, I met a guy named Komori. Spidey from Japan. Weird. There's like 4 or 5 Japanese Spider-Men. Why is that? Why not? Oh god. I hope I'm not the racist Spider-Man. Okay, not loving the vibe in here, guys. I'm gonna take my chances back there. I do not have a big butt. I can hear the scream starting again even as I hang up the phone. And I know it's him. Drawing me out again. And I think, am I that predictable? I'm tired. I've been fighting this guy for nearly 12 hours straight. I haven't had anything to eat or drink. And he's not even tired. But I am. I'm hurt, and I'm tired, and I want to go home, and I want to sleep, and I don't want to be here, and I think, can I let this one go? Can I let it be someone else's problem? Just for a minute? So I can rest? No, I can't. But I wish I could. God, but I wish I could. The morgue. Nice thing about places like this is that security is pretty much non-existent. After all, who'd want to sneak in to play tag with a bunch of cadavers? Cameras. I don't want anyone knowing Spider-Man was here when they review the tapes tomorrow. I can't believe I'm actually breaking into a morgue. Next thing you know, I'll be digging up graves. I'll make this quick. As soon as I see the mask, I'll know if it was one of mine, or if it's a fake. All I gotta do is find the right body. Whoops, that's not it. I'm sorry. Alright, this looks like it could be. Holy, it's real! It's real. Now what? What does this mean? Do I call Peter Parker in Portland and drag him into this? No. He and Mary Jane deserve to live in peace. There's no sense in getting him all stirred up when I don't even have any answers myself. And I'm not gonna find him here if I leave chalk face for others to examine. Somehow, I have to solve this myself. It sounds kinda sick and gross, but I know what I have to do. I can't wait to see tomorrow's Bugle. Jonah's gonna skewer me major league. And this time, I think I deserve it. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Hero, web slinger, and grave robber. I mean, I've seen and done some pretty weird things in this hero game, but hauling around a bag of bones is giving me the creeps. I mean, why didn't I decide to do something safer? If I wanted thrills and danger and lots of rampant violence, I could have been a postal worker. Heck, the Avengers get paid for playing hero. Me? I'd settle for a couple of coffee breaks a day. Another cold October rain in New York. What else is new? The way my life has gone? I've probably got my very own personal rain cloud that follows me like a curse wherever I go. Things weren't always this bad. It seems like a dozen lifetimes ago. But when I was younger, when I was Peter Parker, life was great. A kid couldn't ask for a kinder or more giving set of parents, real or otherwise, than my Aunt May and Uncle Ben. They devoted their lives to raising me. Poor as they were, they gave me the best education and moral values. Those were the days. But then the curse reared its ugly head. I was still in high school when that blasted irradiated spider bit me. I went from being class weakling and egghead to maybe the most unique person on Earth. I even invented some wristbands that could shoot a synthetic web line, and a costume to match. I called myself Spider-Man, and figured I could make some money in the entertainment biz to help support us all. I was a real hotshot, all right. Too cool to stop a burglar on the set of a show I appeared on. Too stupid to do the right thing. And later, when my Uncle Ben was murdered, and I caught the guy who did it, I saw it was him. The man I could have stopped, and that turned out to be the ultimate lesson in responsibility. And Spider-Man went from showman to hero. For the first couple of years, I battled one loony after another. Vulture, Kraven, Rhino, Doc Ock, none of them could beat me. But the Green Goblin forced me to pay the ultimate price when he killed the love of my life, Gwen Stacy. I should have known then death would always follow me. That in some way, I was cursed. My life went haywire when I discovered that Jackal had cloned Gwen and me. My clone, my identical genetic duplicate, beat me, thought I was dead, and tossed me down a chimney, and carried on my life as Peter Parker and Spider-Man. But I survived, and while he was off knocking heads with the likes of Venom and Carnage, and marrying Mary Jane Watson, I spent 5 lonely years wandering America as Ben Reilly. When I heard Aunt May was dying, I was drawn back. I even helped Spider-Man fight the Jackal, and the newspapers gave me the name Scarlet Spider. At first, we all thought I was the clone, until we discovered otherwise, and all our lives were turned upside down again. For me, it was bittersweet. Good to find out that I was the real one, but a kick in the butt to find out I'd lost 5 years. So, Peter and Mary Jane left town, and I realized that even though I've been gone, New York is home. I've realized other things too. Someone else may live out Peter Parker's life, but there's work to be done. That ultimate lesson in responsibility is as valid today as when Uncle Ben died. The world needs heroes. There are people who still need help, and I can give it to them. That's not a curse. It's what I'm all about. Now and forever, I am the one and only Spider-Man. Haven't been back here since that night. And that very first confrontation with my better half. The original Peter Parker. The so-called real Spider-Man. I still don't remember much between the explosion at the stadium and waking up at the foot of the smokestack. But I always figured that he brought me here for some reason. I can't help wondering if Peter ever faced a moment like this. If he ever saw his entire life reduced to a single object that just might be an answered prayer. And I wonder if it scared him half as much as me. Jack sacrificed himself to share the secret. Or did he? This computer disk could hold a miracle. New evidence that I'm actually the one true Peter Parker. Or it could be another one of the Jackal's sick jokes. After all these years away, all the dreams and the doubts, I still can't help but wonder what Peter would have done. But it really doesn't matter. Because I'm not Peter Parker. Not that Peter Parker. Not anymore. And Ben Reilly no longer needs validation from anything, anybody, but me. Jackal only reminded me of that again tonight. My own rootless existence, each and every friend and foe along the way, has long since proven that life is in the living. As you can see, there was some structural damage done by the invading frost giants. But no casualties, right? I heard you shifted the entire population to a limbo dimension. Even house pets. Nice work, Otto. Real first-class heroing. Is that a word? I care nothing for your praise. What are you doing here, if not spying on me? Well, I know sometimes when I finish a big series of fights, I kind of experience a letdown. You know, sort of a, why am I doing this? I suck. And by the time Uncle Ben was my age, he was married and owned a home. You know, that kind of feeling. And hey, that's perfectly normal. It's exhaustion, stress, and the insecurities we all have bubbling up. You just gotta put one web in front of the other and, hang in there. Is your entire vocabulary comprised of empty platitudes? Your inner voice is right, fool. Someone of your power and intellect should own a home by now, several. Good heavens, man. You could have a Nobel Prize if you weren't such a navel-gazing child, leaping around like a clown for the approval of complete strangers. Okay, maybe talking about me was a bad idea, because I am gonna need a lot of therapy now, and I can't afford it. Look, I know I suck at this, but Anna Maria's worried about you. She said you've been really hard on yourself. Look, existential crises are my specialty. I have 3 before my morning bagel. But you always had a very healthy ego. And you've been doing great. So, seeing as I'm obviously not good at the delicate approach, I'm just gonna ask, what's wrong? In Miramar, during the War of the Realms, 34 people were killed. In Redwood City, 21. And that is merely the immediate area. Thousands dead in the United States alone. And these ignorant sheep want to give me giant keys? It's foolish, is all. And Otto Octavius has no time for fools. Oh, hey. Now I get it. Look, Otto, spare me your cliches about power and responsibility, and the inevitable caveats that allow you to rationalize your failures. I am well aware that you cannot save everyone, but I am Otto Octavius, one of the finest minds on this earth. I should have thought of something. Okay. No more advice from me. I will grant you I'm not a therapist. Look, I'm barely a motivational poster of a cat. And you're older than me. You have more experience. But I have been doing this longer. I mean, from the good guy side of things. And there's one thing that I can tell you for sure. The way you feel right now, that means you're doing it right. So give yourself a break, Otto. You might just have a future at this. So, how are we doing this? Spontaneous?
Serious.
Sexy?
Serious.
Ben! Is he?
There's nothing I can do for him.
Ben, you've got to hang on. I'll get you to a hospital. Peter, come closer. I have things to say that we'd both rather keep from those looking on. From this day on, clone or not, you are Spider-Man. You have to carry on for me. Take care of my niece, Peter. Tell her about her Uncle Ben. No. His name is Ben Reilly, and he's learned that if you never give up, you will always win. He's been beaten within an inch of his life, he's been exhausted and heartsick, but he's never been actually beaten. Not really. I'm sorry I couldn't save you, Otto. Because Ben Reilly is a hero, and heroes always win. So, you're the creature that's killed a whole world and conducted the most personally horrifying experiments I've ever seen. I kind of expected you to be bigger. During Civil War, I told Cap and Iron Man to go fuck themselves. Moon Knight works alone. I don't do team-ups. You're in a team-up right now. Shut up, Spider-Man. Is that what you think this is about? You're letting me die? I don't know what clouds your judgment worse. Your guilt or your antiquated sense of morality. Bruce, I forgive you for not saving me. But why? Why on God's earth is he still alive? You'll be as quiet as possible or I'll put one in your lap first. Ignoring what he's done in the past. Blindly, stupidly disregarding the entire graveyards he's filled. The thousands who have suffered. The friends he's crippled. I thought killing me, that I'd be the last person you'd ever let him hurt. If it had been you that he beat to a bloody mass,
if it had been you that he left in agony? If he had taken you from this world, I would have done nothing but search the planet for this pathetic pile of evil, death-worshipping garbage and sent him off to hell.
Peter? We have to talk. Yeah, maybe we do. Look, we can't stay out here. If anyone should see us. I remember the first time I climbed this tree. I must have been 5, 6 years old, and I couldn't get down. Uncle Ben climbed up to help me, and then he got stuck too. Aunt May finally had to call the fire department to get us both down. God, was Ben embarrassed. I said we can't stay out here. If you've got something on your mind, we'd better. I'm leaving. What? Why? Please, don't pretend you're not relieved. Let's face it. With May back and me out of your life, you have a real shot at happiness for the first time in... Well, maybe it's the first time ever. But how can you leave after what the Jackal told us? We both have to face the possibility that I might be the real one, and you might be the clone, or that we might both be clones. You don't believe that any more than I do. All the Jackal wanted was to mess with our minds, hurt us more than he already has. We both know the truth. You're the real Peter Parker, and I'm Ben Reilly. Fact is, after all my time away, that's who I am. We may share a common past, common memories, but the years have made me a very different man. This place, this life, I don't think I'd know what to do with it if it was handed to me on a silver platter. But you? Grab your chance at happiness. Grab hope, Peter, and don't let go. What about you? Where will you? I've seen a lot of the world these past 5 years, and there's a lot more waiting for me. So I guess I'd better get going, huh? Take care of yourself, Ben. And you take care of them, you hear? 'Cause if you blow this, I'll be back to straighten you out. I don't doubt it. Keep in touch, okay? And let me know if there's anything I know. I promise you, you'll never see me or hear from me again. I wish you could hear me, Aunt May. Or do I? What would you think if you saw my face? That I was your nephew? Peter Parker? You'd be wrong. I'm nobody. Oh, I may look like Peter, and even possess some of his memories. But I'm a sham. A fake. A clone. I've stayed away from this city, this life, for years. I moved around, tried to push everything about Peter's life out of my mind. But there was always you. I didn't want to forget you. I even started calling myself Ben Reilly. Ben after the memory of Uncle Ben. And Reilly was your maiden name. I thought myself pretty clever. And then you got sick. I had to come back. And then everything fell in on me. Peter and I faced each other, and the results were to be expected. And then the woman calling herself Chakra appeared. Peter followed her into danger, toward Ravencroft. And there was something about what she said. Something about the way Peter was acting. Something that makes me think that Peter Parker is going to die tonight. And now here I am, questioning what to do. Hoping that you'll come out of your coma and make it all better. Like the Aunt May of his memories. What do I do, Aunt May? If I don't act, Peter might die. And then, once and for all, I can have the life I've been dreaming of for all these years. All I have to do is sit here. Do nothing, and the memories, the life, all of it can be mine. It's not even a real question that I'm asking myself. I know what I have to do. Because it's what he would do. Bottom line, I am him. Essentially, you raised us both. I kept some mementos from the old days. Just couldn't let go of any of them. They, Spider-Man, were as much a part of the life that could never be mine as you were, Aunt May. Thank you, Aunt May. No matter what else happens, no matter who I am, if I die, if you die, the memories I have of you made my life seem real. I can bench press a car. I can climb up the side of a wall, fight 20 guys to a standstill, swing across chasms 30 stories deep, feel a bullet coming my way, and move fast enough to get clear. But something in her makes me gentle, makes me shy, makes me strong, makes me happy to be alive. And maybe that's it. Maybe that's what it really comes down to. She makes me whole. She completes me. So here's the thing, God. I know I complain a lot, and I know that you and me, we've got issues. But right now, just for tonight, thank you for her. Thank you. I'm sorry? What do I think of Spider-Man? I feel like I have a conflict of interest. I actually used to take pictures of him for a newspaper. He kinda helped me pay my rent for years. Got to eventually repay him by hiring him to be my bodyguard. But still, I think Spider-Man he's a good guy, mostly. He tries to do the right thing, and, hopefully people see that. But also, he's human. He makes mistakes. He can't save everyone. So when I think of Spider-Man, I guess I think of the weight of that. That he keeps going despite the failures, hoping ultimately that he's helping people. He's been doing this for a long time, but still. When I think of Spider-Man, I think no matter what, he's never going to stop trying. You are so fat that when you cut yourself shaving, marshmallow fluff comes out. No? Okay, how about this one? You are so fat that your high school yearbook photo was taken from a helicopter. Ooh, tough room. Okay, how about you're so fat that when you get on a scale it says 1 at a time. So, this is gonna be quick. Which would you prefer, to be unconscious or insulted? Truth is, when I'm honest with myself, I need Spider-Man. More than anyone. I will do what's necessary to keep people safe. I'm in control of my life. I decide what happens next. No one else. Okay, here goes. Around Christmas, Doc Ock and I mind swapped, and the me that's been running around was really him in my body. And now I'm back. But in my last fight, all my clothes got zapped off. So I webbed myself up some underwear. But I didn't know that Ock changed my web formula so it'd last longer. And now my pants are stuck to my butt. And it's been over an hour. And I really have to pee. Hold on, don't tell me. You're an evil crustacean cyborg from the future, sent to destroy the past? You're doing a guerrilla marketing stunt for this year's cheesiest sci-fi shoot-'em-up? You're a Halloween decoration brought to life by rogue magic, and now you're looking for true love? Why can't Spider Sense warn you when you're about to get dumped? Sheesh, lady, who'd you get your driver's license from? Matt Murdock? Oh my god, shut up! For once in your life, he's dead, okay? Are you happy? I helped him leave the hospital so he could die the way he wanted to, not waiting for cops to try and take him away. I know you think my life, this role, is to just beat up supervillains. But it can't be that. I have to make decisions all the time. What's best, what helps, and yeah, this time it was to help another human being face their mortality and... So, let's run a summary of the week's work, shall we? I saw MJ in California, but didn't get her back. Check. I saw Doc Ock in California. beat the guy who stole his tech, didn't get Ock himself, check. While I was in California, I forgot to send my check to the telephone company, and even though it's only a day late, they've cut off my long-distance service. Again. While I was in California, I also didn't get around to playing my usual 7 numbers in the lotto. $5, 7 numbers, always the same. And the 1 week I didn't play, my number came up. Check. I look at it all, I look for the common denominator, and I think I've figured out what the problem is. The problem is California. Which probably makes me the last guy in the country to finally figure that one out. More lun, more lun, more lun. What is this, 4 times now? 4 times I've beaten you? How does this keep happening? It shouldn't be. You're stronger and faster than me by a mile. I know that. What's more important is that you know that too. So because you know that, you never plan anything. You just show up and assume that you're gonna win because of who you are and what? Some birthright? And then, when it doesn't go how you thought it was gonna go, you have your little fit and you think the world is conspiring against you or some nonsense. You don't think things through, because you don't think you have to. You think you're all that in a bag of chips. But in actuality, Morlun, you're basic. All my life, I've dreaded having that conversation. I've lived in fear of it for years. Years. For a conversation that took a little under 3 hours. And I'm so proud of her. She's so strong. So strong. For all the years I wore this, I always felt as if I was hiding more than my name. I was hiding who I was. Hiding from the world. From myself. And from her. For the first time, as I put it on, I feel not confined, but free. She's given me that freedom. And I know it cost her. However much she put on a brave face, I know this must have cost her terribly. And I'll make that up to her. Somehow. Because May is right. Our great power and our great responsibility is to one another. And I won't lie to her again. I won't let her down. Ever. Ben, if you're gonna talk your way out of this, let's get those lips moving. If she starts swinging, I am in no shape to stop her. Okay, right, look. If I could take your place, I would. But I'm still on my feet, and it's the Spider-Man thing. I still want to do it. I think it's even more important now that you're, well, But I've decided that I can't do it without your blessing. You want my permission? I thought you weren't asking. I didn't handle that right. I'm not used to getting the things I need. I don't expect people to help me. So I don't know how to ask. That's what my therapist says, at least. Anyway, this is me asking. It's hard when you're around, Ben. It really is. It feels like I'm being asked to share my life. And I don't know if there's enough of that to go around in the first place. And that makes it real easy to ignore. This is all even harder for you. Because you deserve to be who you are. You deserve to do what makes you happy. And you deserve to be Spider-Man. Thank you, Peter. Hey, you get better, okay? I'll be out of here in no time. Don't get too comfortable on your own. And last thing, Ben. Yeah? Be amazing. So, what's the deal, Peter? What is this job that only I can help you with? I mean, you've got your spider strength back, even if it is sporadic. Oh, bro, you've got it all wrong. I don't need your muscle. Mary Jane and I want to make some room. We gotta get rid of some of this stuff. And, well, they're your memories, too. What? Gee, Pete, I don't know. 5 years ago, when I thought I was a clone, when I thought I didn't have any right to a life, I hit the road. All I had was a little money and a change of clothes. And I took the ugly clothes because I knew you wouldn't miss them. I learned to travel light, but I also had to learn to forget. I had to force myself to put the past behind me, to bury all of my Oh, man. I know. I miss him too. Wait a minute, we can't go yet. Where did I leave that thing? Is this it? Yeah, that's it. Thanks, Ben. So, this keeps you wired into Mary Jane? Yeah, so she can get in touch with me in case she goes into labor while I'm at work or something. Cool. Pete, I can't tell you how much I admire you. Your ability to survive. You've been through so much. But no matter what gets thrown at you, you bounce back. You've got a great life, a wonderful wife, a baby on the way. I really envy you, man. And I can't wait to be an uncle. You left out that I've got a great brother, too. It means a lot to me that you're here to be a part of it. Ah, dude. Man, sometimes it seems like the city is never going to recover from all the damage caused by Onslaught. Yeah, but it's not just the material things that need to be rebuilt. It's things you can't touch as well. Things like hope. The Fantastic Four, the Avengers, they gave people hope, a sense of security. People might have never even seen them, but just knowing that they were there, it gave people a feeling that they were safe, protected. But now that they're gone, the world needs heroes. Yeah, and New York can use all the help it can get. Maybe you could even use, I don't know, 2 Spider-Men? You know, it's a funny thing about us being the same guy. I knew you were gonna say that. Actually, I have to admit, I had been thinking about it myself. But you've got new responsibilities now, Pete. Mary Jane, the baby. Not to mention that your powers tend to cut out when you need them the most. No, they don't. They've almost fully returned and I busted. Mary Jane told me that you fell off the ceiling. Sorry, pal. Nobody in the club if you can't stay on the ceiling. Oh yeah? Check it out. Ah, geez, Peter. Chill, my spider sense is working. I knew nobody was watching. But Ben, look. My powers are back. I'm back. Yeah, okay. Could you get down before your picture ends up in the Weekly World News? I'm telling you, they're back. And even if my powers should happen to cut out, which is rare, my spider sense tips me off ahead of time. So I'm ready for it. I can compensate. And there's no reason why. All right already. Okay, maybe you're right. Yes! But I'm gonna be watching you. One close call and you're history. I'm not about to let anything happen to my little brother. Cards on the table? You have definitely looked better, buddy. Don't be stupid, Ben. He doesn't need bits right now. Look, you're coming out of the other side of this smelling like roses. I just know it. And I can't wait for all the good we're gonna do on the streets together. But I gotta be honest here, Pete. It's not easy. I mean, I didn't think it would be. Don't get me wrong. It's just... the saving people part, that comes natural. It's in our DNA, you know? But it's this bigger existential stuff. Am I going about this Spider-Man thing the right way? Did I make the right play? Because that little voice in the back of my noggin, it stopped asking who is Spider-Man. And moved on to what is Spider-Man. I guess I'm just wondering if I hitched my cart to the right wagon. I feel dumb even saying this out loud, but does Beyond really have the folks on the ground's best interest at heart? Wow, listen to me. I gotta be the only guy on Earth who can put a guy in a coma into an even deeper sleep. Saved by the bell. Thanks for the talk, Pete. I'll do us proud, buddy. Don't you worry. Get better, buddy. Consider that wish officially made. Rain check on that cocoa bar. Duty calls. Well, who cares what people think anyway? That's just the trouble. I care. Everyone flips over the Fantastic Four. They think Daredevil's the coolest. Captain America turns them on. But just mention Spider-Man and Freezeville. I'll never understand how it happened. I don't steal candy from babies or tie tin cans on puppy dogs. It's all Jameson's fault. He's got the public convinced that next to me, Genghis Khan was a piker. Oh, the public. The more I help them, the more they hate me. Hope you were watching, Uncle Ben, because I did that for you. I kept everyone safe, I kept them from being scared, and I made it a little fun. It doesn't matter that most of them wouldn't have lifted a finger for Peter Parker. That's not why you do it. You do it because it's the right thing to do. Because it's what you would have done. You were more than a father to me, Ben Parker. More than a role model. You were my hero. Come on. How does Spider-Man pay his kid's allowance? In spider sense. Hey man, you're looking mighty thirsty. Want some Baja? First sip's free.
So, this is, as you say, the finest your city has to offer?
Hey, it's a hot dog. You know anything else that says New York more than a good dog with mustard? Maybe a little chili?
I'm just not altogether sure you've given this a great deal of thought.
Could be. See, I've been thinking, and it's odd. Lately, I've been handling more than my share of magic cases. I mean, usually it's some guy in a powered suit, or a piece of technology, or bioengineering. Magic, not so much. Until lately. Some days I think I'm being set up for something. I share the feeling. What are the green bits? No one knows. How can you eat things when you do not even know what they are? It's the American way, pal. You don't like it? Go back to Philly where you came from. So yeah, the reports of my death were greatly exaggerated. Hi, I'm Peter Parker, and I'm back. All of us here are okay and ready to go back to work. The only real damage we took was to our logo. Trust me, it's business as usual here at Archer Industries. We just had a big pee break. Wow, tough room. It was a lot to ask, but she gave me a small cash advance in my salary. She didn't like the idea until I told her it was for these flowers. It's not much, but it's the best I can do. Funny. Yesterday I was broke, and wondering if I should ever be Spider-Man again. But last night I saved a man's life. And you know, it felt great. It reinforced my need to be Spidey, to be a hero. I owe it all to you two. You taught me right and made me realize that a man has to do the right thing. Take care, Aunt May. You too, Uncle Ben. Thanks to you, I've come to accept something I learned long ago. With great power comes great responsibility. And thanks to you, Spider-Man swings again. I could even get past the no one understands my pain log line. But you used one of my web shooters to get into that building. You used something I created to kill. And let me tell you, Frank, buddy, pal, that kinda ticks me off. Now, I personally think you're a lunatic who needs to be locked up until you evolve into something more responsible. Like a mollusk. I don't know if you killed those people or not. I really don't. You've always given cops a pass before, but as you are a nut job, you may have changed your mind. Heck, one of them may have looked at you funny, or called you moo-moo bunny lips. Whatever. Your murderous run is over. You are over, Frank. You're done. See, this is why I don't like you. You're a poor loser. You're not the only person who's lost people you love. You're just the guy who turned it into an excuse to commit murder. It's got to stop. It's gone on too long, man. That's sweet. That really is, Frankie. But it'll take more than you've got. Uncle Ben and Gwen, Mom, Dad, and Harry Osborn, Captain Stacy, Jean DeWolf, Bennett Brandt, and Freddie Foswell. Even poor old Ben Reilly. God rest his soul. I've been to more funerals than anyone I've ever known, and I'm starting to wonder if it all comes down to probability. Did my becoming Spider-Man send that ripple through their lives? Is this madness on some exponential curve that just keeps getting steeper with every passing year? I've buried too many people since I put on this mask. But I won't let Aunt May be the next to go down. Not while this animal who snatched her swears she's still alive. Not while there's still a chance. I'm pretty sure the screams came from up here. High-pitched. Definitely a woman. Ah, there she is? Okay. Actually, it's an alien who just screams like a woman. So are you two into some sort of whack job psychosexual thing, or is someone in actual peril? I just wanted to check, because I feel like we're entering a sort of weird territory here.
Tell me your name, future dead Earth creature.
J. Jonah Jameson, 475 Riverside Drive, Penthouse. I'm there from around 8 p.m. on. A priority call. From the Avengers. I know the public at large has gotten used to the idea of Spider-Man being one of Earth's mightiest heroes. But I never will. I've always been more of a loner than a team player. And yet here I am. Me of all people. Officially on the world's most renowned superhero team. Hey, I need you to take me over to the raft. I'm an Avenger. It just still sounds wrong. You're not spreading your poison through my life or my friends' lives, or the lives of anyone in the city. You love playing the torturer, the tormentor. You love to toy with people and hound them, until you drive them right over the edge. Well, this time I'm not letting you. This time, you insufferable maggot. I'm gonna be on you. I'm gonna be all over you. I'm not gonna give you a moment to breathe, let alone collect your sick thoughts.
There won't be any more Gwens, or Harrys, or Ben Reillys. I want you out of this city, Norman. Out of this country. I want you and the Green Goblin gone! Does that hurt, Norman? Does it? Well, guess what, murderer?
'Cause I mean, okay, I came in a little late. But we're not this. The Avengers are not this. Our job is not to bring walking tanks to do our talking for us, or thunder gods, or big hair, or whatever else. It's not to wade in with overwhelming force to protect our authority when we're in the wrong. And right now, you are in the wrong. Tony, Sam, and you know it. So back off, guys. Or you can come through me. Because I am an Avenger. And that is what we are. Yes, sir. I am one sussy little baka.
What are you, dense? Are you a sussy baka or something? Who the hell do you think I am? I'm the goddamn Amogus.
I can't see.
And I'm the one Jameson's paper plays up as the biggest menace to mankind since the last ice age. Listen, Avenger. Thanks for the save a few minutes ago. But you can go stuff it.
Now you listen, Spider-Man. Stark asked me to protect that fuel.
And because you blew it, you decided you needed a fall guy. Awfully convenient that I just happened along, wasn't it?
All I want is an answer to one question, Wallcrawler. Did you ever see this note before?
Sure, on every old Perry Mason show.
This is no joke, Spider-Man. Look, I've fought beside you. You even saved my life along with the other Avengers. But you've always been a loner. I can't think of anyone who can claim to really know you.
Well, maybe that's because it's no one's business, shellhead. I mean, of all the Avengers, it's you and Thor that get me the most. The high and mighty founding fathers of a venerable old team, preaching about respecting each other's privacy, and then coming down on me because I like to hold on to mine. Ask the Vision, or the Scarlet Witch, or Moondragon which side I'm on, pal. And then take your suspicions and buzz off. That's a cute outfit. Did the man who murdered me, Gwen, Flash, and your daughter, sold our best friend's soul to the devil and drove him mad, kidnapped Aunt May and replaced her with an actress whose death we mourned, made you believe you were a clone, kidnapped Aunt May again and had her buried, held MJ over the Brooklyn Bridge, turned your godson into carnage, and then tried to kill Aunt May and MJ again give it to you? It was Doc Ock. Dr. Octopus, I call him Doc Ock, it's a rhyming thing. Anyway, it was a mind swap. He overwrote my brain with his brain and pretended he was me, trying to be a superior version of me. I mean, the guy was nuts. Although I maybe gave him the idea to do that. Or the me in his body did. Before I died, I mean. Was that me? Or him who thought he was me? Who knows, right? Kinda keeps me awake at night, actually. So yeah, I'm sorry. I am so sorry for, everything I did. He did, not me. Sorry. Oh boy. I just remembered I said I was gonna take Danielle away and put her in childcare. Oh boy. I have literally no idea why I'm reminding you of that. You know, I actually did read some Ayn Rand in college. I spent a week thinking I was like the new John Galt. Yelled at some protesters. Fun times. God, I hate myself. Hate myself. So, I just wanted to tell you, in person, it was all Otto. The whole time. Honest. We good? Hello, God? This is Peter Parker. Can I ask a favor? I know I've been your personal cat toy for the last few years, but can we not do that to me again for a while? Not real long. I know the odds on that are about 0. But just for a little while. Say 50 or 60 years? I mean, that's not long in your terms, right? Just kidding, God. Just kidding. But I'll bet you knew that, didn't you? I'd usually open with something disarming and witty, but I'm not usually this disgusted. There really is no suitable reaction image for this. And I have a fuck huge reaction image folder. Okay, I screwed up. Big time. I trusted something I I guess I shouldn't have after all. Now everyone is gonna pay the price. I still can't believe Boomerang betrayed me like that. I really thought he'd changed. How do I explain this? I don't know where to start. I don't know how to do this. I keep thinking about everything that happened. About everything you said to me. Trying to understand it, I guess. At the time, I couldn't really listen. People's lives, people I care about, were in danger. In danger because of you. And I was so angry. I still am. I always am. I don't understand why you couldn't just explain it to me. Harry, there's so much I don't know. Like how things got this way. All I know about that is the same thing I always know. You blame me. Not exactly at first. That was always one thing you and your father had in common. You saw me as the source of all your misfortune. No matter what went wrong, I was the culprit. Truth be told, I've spent years more than a little sick of it. But this time there's something about it that I can't shake. This feeling that somehow this really is my fault. My responsibility. What you tried to show me, how everything I do to try to make things better ends up making things worse. It's nothing I don't already know, Harry. I've been putting that suit on and trying to do this since I was a kid. Trying to atone for the stupid, selfish choice I made. A choice that ended up taking the man who raised me. I didn't mean for that to happen. I couldn't have known. But how is that any different from so many of the ones that followed? I know I'm trying to do something good. I know I'm trying to save people, and I know that I have. I've done good things. Spider-Man has saved lives. But if the people I love keep paying the price for that, is that any less selfish than what started all this off? Is my need to try to make something right just making things more wrong? What if that kid who put the mask on so that he could be someone else, someone better, someone who didn't get his uncle killed, is the one to blame? Maybe none of us change as much as we think we do. Maybe I'm just trying to run from guilt and taking everyone along with me. Sometimes I feel like I'm trapped in this cycle of punishment for all of it. Locked in place, never moving forward. Like this will always be my life. You said you wanted to show me hell, Harry. Well, maybe I'm living it right now. Look at me. No marriage, no kids, struggling to make ends meet. Losing more and more of myself to the suit. Losing more people I love. Sometimes I'll have these moments when I feel different. I'm in the Avengers. I'm running Parker Industries. But no matter what, I just always seem to land right back in the same place. And even worse, all this evil I keep trying to put down, it keeps coming back. Stronger than before. I have to break the cycle. I can't keep going on in this endless loop. That's why when I saw you at Ravencroft, when I beat Norman like that, I said I was done. With both of you. But I know that was a lie. For God's sake, you're my best friend, Hare. When you kept killing me over and over, you know what I saw. All of us together. The way it was. It hurt me more than anything you did to me. I keep trying to go back. I would give anything to go back. To fix things. And while I'm back there, I keep thinking about what I'd do differently. Everything in front of me just keeps getting worse. I have to stop. Just tell me how to fix it, Harry. Tell me what to do. I'll confess to anything, do anything. Just tell me what to do. Just tell me what to do! I'd usually open with something disarming and witty. But then, I'm not usually this disgusted. Why do you think I wear this stupid costume and put my life at risk? There's no mansion. No spider cave. Nothing except me. You can't make things right by making a bigger mistake. Are you going to respect your uncle's wishes or reject them? You quit, leave. Right now! This weapon has 100,000 volts, and I'll tag this girl with every last one of them unless you... The spiders. What? I'm summoning the spiders. What are you... I'm Spider-Man, and you're making me mad. I'm summoning the spiders. They will come to my call. Hundreds of them. Thousands, and all of them at my command. Because I'm Spider-Man. I give, dude. I give. My name is Peter Parker. I am Spider-Man. I was bit by a one-of-a-kind spider, and now I have one-of-a-kind spider powers. I've saved the world, or at least helped save it. I almost died doing it, a couple of times for real, but I didn't. I fought bad guys of every shape and size, true bad guys, world-class villains, bad guys. I've met superheroes, icons, Captain America. You're talking to a 16-year-old who can swing across the city in a web line he actually invented. A guy who can lift a city bus over his head. A guy who has fought the likes of the Hulk and walked away from it. We're talking vampires, mutants, Doctor Doom, Sandman, Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus. I've already seen and done more than most people will ever get to do in their whole lives. And now I have one question, and I want you to think about this very carefully. I want you to look me in the eye, and I want you to tell me. Do you want fries with that? Think. Panicking. Can't think. Work on instinct. Instinct's bad. This is where I watched my parents die, Luigi.
Wowie zowie.
It's a bird. It's a plane. Is it both? It's both. Scrah! I hate it. Scree! I figure the only way is to make a run for it. That frigate has us outclassed. But maybe we can get lucky. Wrong again, Bob. Bill. Like Han Solo said to Chewbacca in Return of the Jedi, fly casual. Actually, I like the 3 new films better. The special effects are fantastic and Hayden Christensen is an amazing actor. Say Jar Jar Binks is an abomination. Say it! Jar Jar Binks is an abomination. Jar Jar Binks is an abomination. Wait! Of course, the Punisher. And he's brought a friend. Who's a girl. Don't say it. Resist the urge. He'll kill you. Don't. So, I see you've started dating again. Stupid mouth!
You know, if the internet could see the two of us like this, it would have fits.
What are you prattling about?
I guess we go to different websites.
Kevin, it's your right not to stand for the pledge. But let me introduce you to someone who can't, because he was defending that right.
Yeah, but can he beat Goku?
Actually, I can't fly. Spider-Man? Yeah? Not helping. Yeah. Really? That's how you use look into the future powers? To mess with me? Really? You see everything in the future, huh? Well, guess what? 10 seconds from now, I'm gonna start mooning you. And I'll keep doing it. Oh, that's right. I'll fill your future with spider butt. How do you like that? Listen, you probably just saved me from having killed by tentacles in a kiddie pool carved into my tombstone. Let me give you some advice. There is an astonishing amount of powerful people in this world, and a lot of them are flat out crazy. So trust me, you will always be in over your head. Always. Unless you're Thor.
It's good to meet you. Wait a minute. Spider-Man? Really? That's your name? Isn't that a little lame?
Oh, you think? What's your name, hair boy?
Invincible.
Right. Well, I don't think you have a leg to stand on now. What the heck kind of name is that? Do you think my name should be Webbing? Would that be cooler?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't think you'd take offense. I really didn't mean to offend you. It's just that you've got spider powers, right? So you go by Spider-Man? It just seems kind of lazy. Be like if I had said, hey, I've got superpowers, I'll be Superman. It's just not very creative, right? I mean, am I wrong?
Well, I don't really think about it. Spider-Man sounds fine to me. Catchy, even. Think, Sauron, think! You can rewrite DNA on the fly, and you're using it to turn people into dinosaurs?
What will you have after everyone is dead from cancer?
Dinosaurs. I'd still have dinosaurs.
Oh, what a week, huh?
Captain, it's Wednesday. You can rewrite DNA on the fly, and you're using it to turn people into dinosaurs? But with tech like that, you could cure cancer.
But I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into dinosaurs.
What a curious, curious sight you are. Oh, I would love to dissect you. What are you? Law enforcement? Shield? Oh, yes, I know. You're one of Justin Hammer's homemade soldiers, aren't you? Well, is that the case, is it?
No. No. I'm the haircut police. There's a $50 fine for bowl cuts in the city.
I like my hair.
You will know when Doom deigns to attack you. No. All I did was expertly defend myself from a pathetic series of clumsy attacks.
What about the exploding wall and all the behold the grim visage of doom? And you blew up a wall.
Yes? That is how Doom enters a room. How do you do it?
I don't know, through a door? And sometimes a window, but that doesn't count.
The door? Like a peasant?
What did I do? That I should die like this? No. You're not gonna die, Peter. You're not gonna die, and you're not gonna keep letting him do whatever he wants, to whomever he wants. You've got the costume. You've got the power. You're Spider-Man. Act like it. Great power, great responsibility, and a great left hook. The entire world knows you're a murderer, and a liar and a thief, even though murderer should be plenty. And you can just walk about this city and everyone makes nice. Everyone kisses your tuchus, which I grant you is an act that could take the better part of a week. I guess I'm trying to understand how the world allows you to be, because I really don't understand it. I really don't. And you're trying to do all of this in your pajamas. Very noble. Listen, I don't expect to figure it out today, but I know one day I will. I have to. I wanted to look you in the face. I wanted to look at you. Well, young man, I'll tell you exactly what you see. You see the face of a man that one day will find out who you really are, and where you go to school, because someone out there knows. And I will find out who they are, and who you are, and when I do, I will personally come over to your house, and I will teach you exactly what I am. Are you hitting on me? At least I get to go out trying to save somebody's life, even if it is kind of my own, I guess. Hopefully Uncle Ben would have been proud. Pete? Why do you keep saying the name of a delicious brand of instant rice? I'm sorry. I'm really sorry to interrupt, but you see, I can tell you're saying it without the hyphen, and that it bothers me. You're talking about my lady, creep! Someone I love. I mean loved! Do you know what that means? Have you any idea what that means? And you took her away! You filthy worm-eating scum! Good Lord. What in the name of heaven am I doing? In another moment I might have killed him. I would have become just like him, a murderer. On your feet, Goblin. This is one time you're not escaping. You're for jail, mister. Forget it, Goblin. In case you haven't noticed, you don't have any choice. My spider sense, it's tingling. Something behind me. And so do the proud men die, crucified, not in a cross of gold, but on a stake of humble tin. Man, the world would have been a better place if he had just stayed dead here. Norman, for the love of God, stay dead. I'm begging you, just stay dead. Is it really that hard? Anyway, good night.
Peter, we're fucking balling.
Eddie, what are you doing? We're supposed to be searching for carnage.
Come on inside and welcome to the jam.
I followed you. Normally, I wouldn't be able to follow you, but You're clearly not yourself. Don't worry, I didn't look at your mail. I didn't snoop. I don't know who you are. And I'm not just talking about your identity. You killed a man. I've been there. It's horrible. I had to do a lot of soul searching after. Had to learn to be better at this. Better at what we do. But what did you do next? You terrorize your neighborhood, you fist fight cops, and I just came back from your latest sloppy fight, where our buddies had to save your butt. You're a mess. You're in trouble, and you're on a suicide mission. And I'm here to tell you, you're done. All of us know that we can't do this job forever. That there's going to come a day when we make too many missteps. When our bodies fail. When too many people get hurt and not enough get saved. I'd hope somebody would step up and let me know when it's my day. And right now, it's your day. It's over. I'm spreading the word. If any of us see you out there attempting this, we'll stop you. We have to. Or it could be the end of all of us. You need to stop. Jameson probably hates me now more than ever because I haven't done any work for him as Peter Parker lately. Betty's angry at me, and as per usual, I can't think of any way to explain. Is this my fate? Am I destined to go through life as a professional fall guy? Why must I be a costumed, superpowered sad sack? Especially when the Torch, who's no better than I in any respect, gets all the praise, all the glory, and even the girl. For him, life is just one big happy ending. Homemade pinolata from scratch. You pig. Look at you. Chowing down while massacres out there, massacring people. Eating all those carbs. And dessert. Forget my reputation. When I get my body back, I'll have to work off an Otto Octavius-sized gut. My patrol app? One of my spider bots must have spotted. Yes! There you are. You pilfering parasite! What gives you the right to feast on the fruits of another man's genius? Oh dear, here we go. Doc, calm down. Remember, this is Cardiac. He may be a vigilante. Hands up. I'm giving you to the count of 3 before things get decidedly unpleasant. 1. Oh, this is not good. 2. Ock, no. Don't go all psycho Looney Tunes on me. 3. There's nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. Isn't there? I can stop it. I can put my life back the way it was. Make my life mine again. Ben won't have to die because of me. But how many other people will die because I wasn't there to save them? I can't. God help me, I'm sorry, Ben. I can't. This was actually, this whole scene, I was going to have this as my demo reel, but then I lost my nerve and I couldn't do it, but I don't know, I went for it, and I think it turned out well. Thank you for sending this in. I love this moment. This is one of my favorite moments. I can hear the screams starting again even as I hang up the phone. And I know it's him. Drawing me out again. And I think, am I that predictable? I'm tired. I've been fighting this guy for nearly 12 hours straight. I haven't had anything to eat or drink. And he's not even tired. But I am. I'm hurt, and I'm tired, and I want to go home, and I want to eat and sleep, and I don't want to be here, and I think, can I let this one go? Can I let it be someone else's problem? Just for a minute, so I can rest? No, I can't. But I wish I could. God, but I wish I could. I feel like I'm still learning so much from Uncle Ben. All the lessons he taught in life, as well as what he taught me in death. His values are the gift he left me. My values. One of which is not to make promises you can't keep, and to honor the promises you make. So here I am, rededicating myself to that pledge, one I've done poorly by until now. I give my word. Take this vow. I promise. I'll take care of Gwen. Thank you, Captain Stacy, for everything. For being a friend to Spider-Man. For believing in him. In me. when no one else did. I feel like I'm still learning so much from Uncle Ben. All the lessons he taught in life, as well as what he taught me in death. His values are the gift he left me. My values. One of which is not to make promises you can't keep, and to honor the promises you make. So here I am, rededicating myself to that pledge. One I've done poorly by until now. I give my word. Take this vow. I promise. I'll take care of Gwen. Thank you, Captain Stacy. For everything. For being a friend of Spider-Man. For believing in him. In me. When no one else did. I'm sorry? What do I think of Spider-Man? I feel like I have a conflict of interest, I guess. I actually used to take pictures of him for a newspaper. He kinda helped me pay my rent for years. Got to eventually repay him by hiring to be my bodyguard, but still. I think Spider-Man he's a good guy, mostly. He tries to do the right thing, and, hopefully people see that. But he's human. He makes mistakes. He can't save everyone. So when I think of Spider-Man, I guess I think of the weight of that. That he keeps going, despite the failures, hoping ultimately that he's helping people. He's been doing this for a long time, but still, when I think of Spider-Man, I think no matter what, he's never gonna stop trying. You are so fat that when you cut yourself shaving, marshmallow fluff comes out. No? Okay, how about this one? You are so fat that your high school yearbook photo was taken from a helicopter. Ooh, tough room. Okay, how about this? You're so fat that when you get on a scale, it says 1 at a time. My God, Ultimate Spider-Man was such a little jerk. I'm usually in bed by now, snug as a bug, or spider. Tighter than a spider? No, that doesn't really... For the last time. What are we doing here? You've been watching the sun rise for almost an hour. Well, I've been doing mental paperwork on your new charge of kidnapping. Oh, please. You wasted my time with a fake mugging, shot a net at me, and pointed guns. This is nothing. Besides, you're not a kid. This is a man napping. It's all jokes, isn't it? You think you're above all this? You and your pals. Above the law? You know what? Yeah, I kinda do. Happy now? What kind of laws are there about a guy who can throw cars and jump over buildings and save thousands of people, but needs to wear a mask to keep his loved ones safe? This whole deal? There's no rule book. Look, I get it. You swore an oath. Well, so did I. So did all of us. And sometimes we mess up, like your previous punching bag daredevil. But guess what? A guy killed my uncle. A guy killed him right in my own home. And I went after him. I went to kill him. And I could have. I had him. And no one would have ever known. Just me. But I didn't. I didn't do it. And for all the stupid stuff I've done and said, I know who I am. Because at that moment, right then, I did the right thing. I'm a big fan of yours. You know that. And I hate this fat tub of lard with every fiber of my being. And I'm telling you, if you do this, it's over. You can't take it back. Please. I'm leaving. What? Why? Please. Don't pretend you're not relieved. Let's face it. With May back and me out of your life, you have a real shot at happiness. For the first time in... Well, maybe it's the first time ever. But how can you leave after what the Jackal told us? We both have to face the possibility that I might be the real one, and you might be the clone. Or that we might both be clones. You don't believe that any more than I do, Peter. All the Jackal wanted was to mess with our minds, hurt us more than he already has. We both know the truth. You're the real Peter Parker, and I don't know what I am. Okay, so it took me like forever, but I finally figured out what this tingling in the back of my neck is. I've been getting the tingling off and on since I got bit by the spider that turned me into the cutest superhero in this tri-state area. But I wasn't putting two and two together until now. So, mental note, the tingle means something bad is about to happen. The tingle means I am in trouble. And of course, the tingle is happening right now.
Can I help you?
This can't be. It can't be. I shouldn't be here. I'm looking at me at 17. As the irradiated spider falls towards my hand, I'm looking at me, older, much older. And somehow I know that this is the end. This is my last stand. My beginning and my end. I can stop this. I can hit that spider from here with a web, deflect it, and I never have to live like this. I never have to accept these powers, never have to endure the things I've endured. I never have to make the mistake that killed Uncle Ben. I can step in, save my future self from what's coming, buy a little time to find out what's going on and what to do next. I'm lost in time, caught between what was, what is, and what may be, caught between moments, caught between possibilities, with the potential to change it all. Behind me is New York, and the mindless ones, and Dormammu, and the death of every superhero in the superhero phone book unless I can get back there. What do I do? Where do I go? And most important, what do I dare do? I always knew that sooner or later, I would lose. It's math, you see. Statistics. No one wins forever. No one. The only thing that matters is how you face it when the cards don't come up your way. I'm not afraid. I'm tired, but I'm not afraid. So just so you know, I won't go down easy. And this I swear to you, I will not go down alone. I always knew that sooner or later, I'd lose. It's math, you see. Statistics. No one wins forever. No one. The only thing that matters is how you face it when the cards don't come up your way. I'm not afraid. I'm tired, but I'm not afraid. Hey, just so you know, I won't go down easy. And this I swear to you, I will not go down alone. You look like someone who could use a breakfast burrito. This is New York. It's always time for breakfast. Can I tell you about Gwen? I've been thinking a lot about her today. She was the smartest, weirdest girl in the world. Wore lots of headbands and raincoats, but it worked for her. She was great. And she died. She died because of me. I sometimes try to ignore it, but the honest truth is, if I wasn't Spider-Man, Gwen would be alive today. I bring that up because I know a thing or two about guilt. I know what you're feeling, and I want you to know he wasn't right. All you do is fight. He was wrong about that. I know because the other honest truth is that if I wasn't Spider-Man, a lot of people wouldn't be alive today. We're not just our failures. As much as they hurt, we learn from them. And then we go out there and do our best to make up for them. Even though we never will. We save people. We save as many as we can to make up for the ones we couldn't. That's all we do. I'm rambling, aren't I? More than usual, I mean. Sorry, not many of us have vehicles, you know. It's not like in the movies. What can I say? I'm impressed. It's like I'm riding with Batman or something. I'm rambling, aren't I? More than usual, I mean. Sorry, not many of us have vehicles, you know. It's not like in the movies. What can I say? I'm impressed. It's like I'm riding with Batman or something. I'm rambling, aren't I? More than usual, I mean. Sorry, not many of us have vehicles, you know. It's not like in the movies. What can I say? I'm impressed. It's like I'm riding with Batman or something. With all I've been through recently, I deserve this. I mean, what's the point of being Spider-Man if you can't enjoy it? Web-swinging, wall-crawling? All of New York your own personal playground? What could possibly... And that didn't last long. Okay. With all I've been going through recently, I deserve this. I mean, what's the point of being Spider-Man if you can't enjoy it? Web-swinging, wall-crawling? All of New York your own personal playground? I mean, what could possibly... And that didn't last long. I want you to arrest me. Hi, Lamont. Hi, Detective Lamont. Arrest me, okay? Take me in. So I woke up this morning in a $2 squat out in a $2 squat, and my aunt is dying, and my wife is terrified, and I'm forcing her to live in a freaking Motel 11, and I'm sick of it. I woke up sick and ashamed and embarrassed that this is what I've done to my family. She's dying, Lamont, and I'm hiding like an animal. She's dying and she's still protecting me. And I know I'll feel different this afternoon, or tonight, or tomorrow, but I swear to God, right now the idea that I've become a man that forces his family to hide to protect him makes me sick. I want you to take me in, and I want total immunity for my family. My whole life, these women, what I've put them through. I want to be there for them for a change. How much more can we take? You don't know what they've had to endure, what all the women in my life have had to do to survive. I keep waiting to wake up, Lamont. I'm a grown man. This is no way to live. Well, can't you just call S.H.I.E.L.D. or something, make an anonymous call, and then bring me in or whatever? And here's another thing. When I designed this suit, why the heck didn't I design it with pockets? Anything I carry, I gotta carry it in a web pouch. The Fantastic Four have pockets in their uniforms. Reed Richards alone are huge. But that's because he has to carry trans-dimensional mega doodads and whirly-doos in them. Or maybe he's just real happy to see Sue. Of course, if I had pockets, stuff would fall out of them every time I did this. Okay, so maybe I could have pockets with zippers. Maybe Velcro. Yeah, that'd work. I'd be creeping up behind somebody and have to get something out. Zip? What's that smear on the wall, Mommy? Oh, that used to be Spider-Man, honey. What killed him? A zipper. Some said Velcro, but the Daily Bugle said it was a zipper, and I believe the Bugle. Wow, he must have been real stupid, huh? Yes, honey, he was. Why the heck am I even talking about pockets anyway? Because it's easier than thinking about my life lately? And why should that bother you, Peter? Oh, no reason. The others might have decided that you were too much to handle, but Spider-Man's no quitter. And maybe this is the way it should be. Just me, alone against the four of you. After all, I'm the one who stopped you before. And I'm the one who's gonna put you away again. The others might have decided that you were too much to handle, but Spider-Man is no quitter. And maybe this is the way it should be. Just me, alone against the four of you. After all, I'm the one who stopped you before. And I'm the one who's gonna put you away again. The two people in all the world who have been kindest to me. I can't fail again. It can't happen a second time. I won't let it. I won't. No matter what the odds, no matter what the cost, I'll get that serum to Aunt May. And maybe then I'll no longer be haunted by the memory of Uncle Ben. But you can be a Harry hero. Come with me. But you can be a Harry hero. Come with me. But you, my friend, Harambe, can be a Harry hero. Come with me. But you can be a Harry hero. Come with me. What the hell? I hate to break it to you, but your eyes are the least of your problems. First of all, alt green jumpsuit, I got 2 words for you. Ease, fashion, emergency. We get you on there, let them fix you up with a look that says, sure, I may be a homicidal maniac who just tried to take over a nuclear power plant on the shores of the most populated city in the country, but I have style, all on my own. Why, I'm your friendly neighborhood spider. Alrighty then. He broke my webbing. Great. I didn't know it could break. Maybe I didn't mix the batch the way it's supposed to. This is Spider-Man/Deadpool is the story of a sensitive, yet firm genius, me, trying to help a deranged lunatic use his powers for good, and that would be you. Say your line, Wade. It's true. I am deranged, but this is so boring. Oh my god, you're such a piece of... Okay, fine. I'll tell you what Spider-Man/Deadpool is really about. It's the epic battle over a throne. I am the king, and Spider-Man is my number 2. Oh, why are you like this? You know nothing, Jon Snow. You're the literal worst. Bro, do you know how much these panels cost? Come on. It's Valentine's Day, and I don't feel much like being anybody's Valentine. But as odd as it might seem, I find myself wanting to talk to you. I remember the first time that you sent me a Valentine that wasn't signed. You just drew in one of those happy faces. I asked once why you sent me all those cards, and you told me you had to get my attention somehow. Where could my head have been, where I wasn't paying attention to you? What was it that my Uncle Ben used to say? Youth is wasted on the wrong people. I know you'll never hear this, but someday there may be someone who should know about you. Us. Your name was Gwen Stacy. Mine is Peter Parker. This is the story of how we fell in love. Or, more appropriately, how we almost didn't fall in love. So it's Valentine's Day, and there's a place I stop by once a year. Nobody knows. I don't make a big deal out of it. It's about remembering someone who was so important to me, I was going to spend the rest of my life with her. I didn't know that meant she would only get to spend the rest of her life with me. There's nothing I can do about it, and I've come to accept that. But when you lose someone you love, everyone tells you to pick up and move on. Don't dwell on the past. It's what she would want, and that makes me smile. Like I would ever want to forget about you. The way your hair would fall across your face. The way you sipped your soda. Hello, Gwen. My funny Valentine. I was just a young, unthinking teenager when I first became Spider-Man. But the years have a way of slipping by, of changing the world about us. And every boy, sooner or later, must put away his toys and become a man. For as long as I can remember, those two were my mother and father. They raised me, taught me everything I know. Everything I am, I owe to them. Maybe my real parents were dead, but never once did I feel lonely or that I was missing anything. They gave me all the love any real parents could give. Heck, they were my parents. But because of one selfish moment, because I refused to stop that murdering burglar when he ran past me, Uncle Ben was killed. And now... But I do know people are dying, and our country's name and ideology are tied to it. I'm going to go. I need to see it for myself, to understand it beyond news reports and government briefings. Then what do? I have power. Shouldn't I have a responsibility to go? I don't know. Son, responsibility doesn't mean you're at the whims of the world. We all have our own journey, and this is mine. You do good work here. I see that every day. Responsibility is about a lot of things, but first and foremost, it's about selflessness and sacrifice. And seeing you throw yourself in a dangerous way, it's clear. You understand both those things. And let your heart guide you. And I'll see you soon. Thanks, Cap. I'll see you soon.